Are you on the verge of new beginnings? Are you kind of stuck and you're like trying to figure out, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Like, you hear all the time that people say, oh, well, you need to do your shadow work. You need to get rid of toxic behaviors and people and situations, like, okay, so how do I identify what's toxic? What's toxic and what's okay, and what is aligned with me? Because, like, what if you're aligned to be a tattoo artist, where, that lifestyle is part of being a tattoo artist, right? Or what if you're, for me, I want to be aligned in making more spiritual retreats and be aligned with the more spiritual side of business, right? So I feel like this new beginnings is 53. So 5 and 3 is 8. 8. The one thing that always here is change. The one thing that is always here is change. So with that, there's always new beginnings. And this is in, many different aspects of your life. But look at the new beginnings. Like, there's a beautiful peacock here, this beautiful bird with the fire in the background. And the fire is really here to dissolve all the things that are, the things, when people talk about the toxic traits, right? They're not necessarily always bad for you. It's just something that may be occupying your time instead of making you aligned. It's just something that's occupying your time instead of making you aligned, right? So, there's a presence, or there's a presence of somebody or something or some paradigm that you've got to look at, that you need to dissolve. And how do you do that? You becoming more connected with source, more meditation, more opening your crown, more connecting with source, right? So don't just like, okay, so it's really, I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't say difficult, but let me explain, right? So, like, been on this journey for 12 years, solid, 14 on and off, right? So, like, connecting with source when I first started meditation was great, right? And then there was a couple years where I literally felt like I was always connected with source, right? And then there was this couple of years that, like, my health went really downhill, and my root chakra just went, I mean, it was chaos, right? Like I barely had enough blood in my body to maintain life. That's how off my root chakra was. So because I feel like because of all those health issues, it disconnected me from source. So now I'm back to connecting with meditations, connecting, with all the other ways, instead of being consistently connected all the time. And again, even though I was connected all the time before for years, it's a practice, right? So in this practice that you have that makes you aligned with what your purpose is, whatever your purpose is, and what daily activities that you need to do for your purpose, right? Let me take a breath, because it's just like flowing. You need to make sure that they are in fact aligned and you're not wasting your time. You need to make sure that they are in fact aligned and you are not wasting your time on certain people, places, and things, or paradigms. I'm almost rhyming on that. So yeah, I'm not going to pull any more of the cards from the Oracle deck. I am going to try to get like one of these positive cards to just finish this reading right here, because I don't feel like all these like things that you need to let go of are necessarily like negative things, and it's hard to identify what you need to let go of if they're not all negative things, because it's easy to identify, especially with other people, when you see their flaws, what they need to do. Ooh, maybe ask someone you really care about, like, ask them, and someone you truly trust, and that knows that's what's going on with whatever it is that you need, and whatever aspect that you feel you need guidance, right? That person, like, I know someone knows a lot about my business, but they don't know much about my personal, and I know someone who knows a lot about my personal, but they don't know too much about my business. So ask the right person to get that point of view, that what was it, there was this thing, it said, when you deny access, right? It's like whenever you're standing at the doors of the Eiffel Tower, you can't see how magnificent the Eiffel Tower is. Now, if that person didn't have access and they were standing back a couple miles, then they could admire that Eiffel Tower in just a whole nother way than the person who has access that's right there at the front door. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. That's for someone. I choose love no matter what, right? Of course we do. Of course we do. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. I feel like this is that crown chakra energy right here, right? This is that new beginning energy. What I focus on will manifest. So be careful what you're focusing and you're putting your energy on, because it is super important. Whoever you are, you were supposed to do major things. It's supposed to change and shift thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. Honey, reevaluate, realign as much as you can. Please. You know who I'm talking to. Girl. Reevaluate, realign for your new beginning. I hope you enjoyed this message. Like and follow for more. If you need a message yourself, you can go to NavarreHealingArts.com. We're here if you need some guidance. Tarot Talk with Norma Kea.